on BBC Radio Shropshire.
Morning, Friday morning, and quite a week. So then,
Jim Hawkins
on BBC Radio Shropshire. Call 01743 248 321.
we live in an ever-changing world. I think that's fair to say. Technology has had a huge impact on the way we work. For a lot of us, that's changed our working environments tremendously. How concerned are you about your children or your grandchildren not having the skills they'll need to get a job? Well, on Monday, Hadley Learning Communities, working with the national charitable initiative STEAM Company, to host a film screening. It's for you. If you're a parent or a teacher, if you're an employer, if you're an artist in Shropshire, they want you to see this film. Susan Coleman is a Shropshire-based businesswoman, passionate about engaging businesses and schools around science, technology, engineering and maths. Susan, thanks for joining us this morning. What is STEAM Co?
Well, STEAM Co, it's a national community-led charitable initiative that's getting collaboration between schools and local parties and employers, as you said. It started by a gentleman called Nick Corston, who was born and bred in Ludlow in Shropshire, although he's London-based now, but very keen to work in Shropshire. And his events provide inspiration and resources for communities to inspire their children with these STEM skills. And I met up with Nick about 2 months ago when I met him at an event at a school in Telford, Dawley Primary School in Telford. He was running one of his Rocket Kids sessions there, and I was completely blown away by the impact that it had and the message that he's taking out to schools and communities. So this really was very much akin to my passion for STEM and working with schools, so I felt like it would be a really good thing to hook up with Nick and try and help him to access some of the fantastic STEM businesses and keen schools that we've got in Shropshire, and take it from there, really. And so it's led now to having this screening on Monday evening and a subsequent event in July at Ingenuity.
Why are you personally so passionate about STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths? What is it for you, if you like?
Yeah, it's strange, really, because it's not actually my background particularly. I'm more the sort of literature and history type of thing, but I've been working with businesses across Shropshire for about 5 years and talking to them about the skills gaps that they have, and this is something that's much more and more in the news these days. And everything that they say is all about the skills related to science, technology, engineering and maths. And the STEAM side of it, we adding the A for sort of art and culture, because there really has to be a lot of creativity in things like engineering, for example. So we need to fill those skills gap in Shropshire. People tend to think of Shropshire as very much a rural area with farming and tourism, and they don't realise that there are many manufacturing businesses, creative businesses, high technology businesses like robotics and so on in the county. So we need to open this up to young people and, importantly, their parents as well, and teachers who don't necessarily come across these industries because they're a bit hidden away on industrial estates and so on around the county. And so I began to work with a number of organisations nationally as well who deliver an awful lot of workshops and programmes to engage schools and businesses so that they can better understand each other, really, about what their needs are, because they do sometimes find it a bit difficult to talk to each other, to know who to talk to and to know how to go about doing that. And the outcome of it is that we're going to be able to retain our young people here and keep their skills here, which is what we want, really. And this will allow us to have a buoyant economy. We'll have high-paid jobs here, like engineering and technical jobs, and that will lead to international investment coming into the county in the long run. So I just find that, if I'd known all these things when I was 16, 18, I would have probably taken a much different route.
And tell me about this film that's going to be shown. Well, it's not aimed at the young people for whom, whose future you're so passionate about. It's aimed at their parents and teachers and employers too.
Well, it is, because actually parents and teachers are the real influencers on children when they choose their careers. And, my children are in their 20s now, but I went through an education system that really has been developed to deal with a very different kind of economy than we have these days. And the technology is changing so quickly that we just really can't keep up with it. And we're teaching children subjects today for things that haven't been invented yet, and problems that we don't even know we're going to have to solve yet. So we need to change the sort of way that we teach in schools and give them more rounded skills in adaptability, in seeking knowledge, in critical thinking, these sort of things. And very often parents will, increasingly these days, children will come home and talk about coding, which is now part of the primary curriculum and also part of the GCSE syllabus. But many parents don't have a clue what that is. I was actually at a session yesterday playing with a microbit, and I know there are a lot of adults who don't know what a microbit is. So it's being able to talk to those parents and the teachers to give them the confidence to understand the sort of skills that their children are going to need in the future, and help to direct them to take those subjects at school so that they're not just taking a maths exam to pass the GCSE. It's because they're going to need that to take up these fantastic careers in the future. And people don't often associate maths with something like, for example, even hairdressing. If you're a hairdresser and you're colouring people's hair and you have to mix chemicals together. So you've got to understand about proportions and percentages and things like that. But that people don't automatically think that's actually maths, but it is. It's relating it to the work environment. So the screening of the film is trying to get across to parents and teachers how we need to change, really, the way that we're teaching to open up the creativity and allow children to develop these skills that are going to be needed in the future.
So where and when can people see the film? It's at Hadley Learning Community, when's the film being shown?
The film's being shown on Monday evening at Hadley Learning Community in Wellington. It's 7:00. You can book tickets for it on the STEAMco website, so it's steamco.org.uk/Ironbridge. There are many free tickets, actually, really, but the idea, we just really want to know that the people are coming along. So you can book tickets for that. What we'll have is we'll have the film showing, and then we'll have a panel of experts. The principal, Dr. Jalitoff, will be on that panel. We'll have commercial director from Salop Design and Engineering, one of our big Shrewsbury businesses, and a number of other people involved in education and in business in Shropshire there to do that. We particularly chose Hadley Learning Community because they have a real drive on STEM. They've got a most amazing teacher there called Natalie Stewart. And she came to the Teen Tech event that I organised last year, part of Maggie Philbin's suite of events that she has. And as a result of that, she went back to the school and started a STEM club, which is something many schools should aspire to have. And she regularly gets 50 people coming to that club, and she entered those students for the Teen Tech Awards, which Maggie runs. And they've all received a bronze award. The school itself has got a silver award. And one of the pupils is now going through to the final round, and the winners go down to Buckingham Palace to get their awards. So they've really run with the whole STEM thing. So we felt it was a brilliant place to hold this event, sort of Ironbridge and Telford area, the birthplace of industry. And we're now heading to the fourth industrial revolution, never mind the first. So that was really why we chose it there.
Okay, so find out more at steamco.org.uk, steamco.org.uk, where you can find out more about the film, and just let people know that you're going to go along to Hadley Learning Community on Monday evening to see it. Susan Coleman, thank you very much for being with us this morning. Hope it goes well, and do let us know about the things you have planned for the future as well. We're looking forward to those.
Well, yeah, we have we've got an event in July for that, but also myself, I'm organising in Shrewsbury a big event for STEM in May of next year. So if any companies want to know a little bit more about that, then please put them in touch with me.
Okay. Susan Coleman, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
So steamco.org.uk if you want to find out more about the film that's being screened at Hadley Learning Community. If you're a parent or a teacher or an employer or an artist and you want to you want to see the film, get to the website and go along. Hadley Learning Community, 7:30 on Monday. This is Dusty Springfield.